talks with Iran today, the first meeting since President withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal during his first term. Those talks coming just in time as a shocking new report from the Institute for Science and International Security warns the current threat from Iran has risen to extreme danger. Here to react, foreign policy expert Rebecca Heinrichs. Great to see you this morning, Rebecca. Thanks for joining us. So, what is the incentive that Iran has right now to negotiate?
Well, they're in a very weak position, and so I'm sure they don't want to negotiate because they're not going to have a very strong hand to play. But after that last Israeli counterattack against the Iranians in response to the Iran attack against Israel, the Israelis took out all of Iran's air defenses. So Iran is sitting pretty vulnerable. The Trump administration has cranked up the pressure campaign to dry up its resources. And the United States has these B-2 stealth bombers, 6 of them, in the region pointed at Iran. So if Iran doesn't want to have its nuclear program destroyed by the Israelis and the United States, it better start talking.
So when you mentioned destroying their nuclear capabilities, what does that look like?
Well, the Trump administration has made clear that if this were to happen, the Israelis would certainly take the lead. But the Israelis are going to need some support, military support from the United States. Those B-2 bombers carry ordnances that are able to destroy deeply buried, hardened targets inside Iran. That's where the nuclear facilities are. That's where all the infrastructure is. And so the B-2 bombers may play a role in destroying some of these deeply buried, hardened targets. Remember, the reason the Trump administration withdrew from the Obama-Iran deal is because that Iran deal left all of that infrastructure in place. It didn't require the Iranians to dismantle its program. And so as soon as those sanctions were relieved on the Iranians, they just went right back to developing the program and enriching. They are days away from having a nuclear warhead. And so there's an enormous amount of pressure on the Iranians right now to start talking. Otherwise, it's going to be destroyed by force, I think.
So realistically, what do we think Iran's response would be to a military strike?
Well, again, they're a much weaker capability militarily than what we even previously thought a couple of years ago. So they don't have that many options. Even as they support the Houthis and all other proxies around the region, they have not been able to harm American firepower in the region. So they are really on their back heel. That's why I think that this is really a unique moment of opportunity. And should the Trump administration with the Israelis take out this program, a much weaker power than say Russia or China, it still sends a message to those other powers that, listen, we're not going to talk all day. We mean business. We want to negotiate.